Usually I do like a slow intro, not for Ian Bagg. Ian Bagg, first of all, I just want, Andre, this is Ian Bagg, and I just want you to know, when I first came to LA, I just want to tell you this right off the bat. You ready, Ian?
All right.
It was a showcase night for Just for Laughs.
Right.
For the new faces.
Sounds
right?
like a dark and stormy night.
Yeah, it was actually, because you want to know where they held the showcase? Right. At a place called Miyagi's.
Oh.
Yeah, so your description
Speaking of
is...
Koy Ponds.
Exactly. Exactly.
They had one in there.
That's exactly what it looked like. He's not even joking. It looked like when you went into this place, it was called Miyagi's. It was on Sunset. It was right by the Comedy Store, and it looked like Mr. Miyagi's backyard. Honestly, no joke. And as you went in, you saw a bunch of little bridges and bullshit and little koi ponds within the restaurant. And tables would sit, like, no bullshit, it looked like. And then, for some reason, I think Jay Davis,
yeah, that was his place.
Jay Davis found a way to put a show there, because Jay could put a show anywhere, and it would pack out. Jay would pack out any place. So anyways, Just for Laughs, I don't know who was in charge. This was years ago, you guys. This is years ago. And for some reason, they asked Ian to be the MC, right?
Oh, no.
First and foremost, I don't think anyone got booked because Ian fucking stole the show. It was like everyone was waiting for Ian in between each act, and it was to the point where Ian was just at the end. It was just like, so do I get the fucking gig or what? I don't understand. I'm glad I killed. It was an absolute fucking destruction, man. You don't let someone like Ian... Because Ian is like one of those improv comics that's just like untouchable. It's just like that, these. I felt bad because when you're doing like these showcase nights, you have to stick to your set. You know what I mean? You can't go off cut. And it's like they had to do their 5 minutes, and then Ian had the reign. It's like I get to do whatever the fuck I want. And it was man. That was one of the best nights of stand up. And that's one of those LA stories I like to always tell people. Like when they go, "Oh, Ian Bagg," is like, bro. Yeah, let's just say didn't get new faces that night. I think a lot of people didn't get new faces that night.
Nobody wants it.
Do you remember what I'm talking about?
I remember being there, and I think the stage was on a bridge.
It was on a bridge.
Like it was on one of those bridges. And
it literally was on a bridge.
And it was Jay Davis's gig, so it was nothing but hot girls that had tried porn at least once.
Yeah. Dabbled. Yeah. They dabbled in porn.
They weren't porn stars, but they were hot enough. But
homemade or otherwise.
It doesn't matter. They just dabbled. The tips of their toes were in porn river. They felt it. It was a little hot. Let me get out of here.
At the very least, they were a girl gone wild.
For sure. That was.
And all the guys that were there with those girls looked like the guy that ran Girls Gone Wild.
Yeah, like douchey rich.
Yeah. They're like the waiter that fucks all the waitresses.
Yeah. That's him. Yeah.
The crowd valeted and all the comics parked down there.
So good.
I did that place maybe 3 times. I just felt empty afterwards.
Those were those gigs though. We had but they were like the happening gigs. It was like Miyagi's. I think Dublin's was.
Dublin's was before Miyagi's.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Dublin's was before Miyagi's, and that was a restaurant.
Yeah,
wow.
It literally was a restaurant above the bar, and it was fucking packed.
Jammed. That's where Dane became a star.
Yeah,
that's where he started his whole thing.
That's where it all blew up. Well, a lot of you guys though. I think it was like that.
Didn't become.
No, but it was like this movement. It was like this movement, though, of comedy. It really was. Mm-hmm. I love talking about that time. It was
great.
It was, right?
Yeah, it was great.
And then they shut down due to bad security and letting underage people into the bar. But that's a different story.
Dabbling
in porn.
Dabblers.
Cocaine everywhere.
Yeah. Wasn't that the 3 of Clubs time, too?
Yep.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Were the 3 of Clubs... was also at night it was a bar, and during the day it was an AA meeting. That's what I just like. So you had to time it right for your event.
It was like double Dutch.
It was.
You had to jump in there right when the ropes open.
And I know that because I was boxing at the time at Freddie Roach's gym, which was just above that.
Yes.
So I remember going to the bar to do stand up and seeing all those people, and then going during the day. I'm like, what's going on down there? Why is everybody having coffee?
Several coffees.
Yeah.
Damn.
Those were the times, man. Swear. And then I loved it. It was like, I don't know. It's not the. I mean, it's still. I love how it is out here now. But I mean, back then it was cool, man. There was all these little cool rooms. Cat Williams had this room called. I think it was at the Commerce Casino or something like that. So I forget what it was called, but he went by Cat in the Hat at the time.
Yeah. I didn't know that was him.
Yeah, that was him.
Wow.
Yeah, that was him. And it was just.
Wasn't at the Commerce. Where was it? Because Rudy Moreno was at the Commerce.
Oh, then what was it? It was some casino like in. Oh man, I can't remember. I just remember going to it. It was the same situation.
It had armed guards.
Yeah,
At the comedy club.
yeah. But it was the coolest room.
Yeah, it was so good.
Dark, just chairs.
Yeah.
Just go up.
Terrifying.
Yeah, but I mean, now look.
I was at one in Burbank, and some guy started shooting.
No, are you serious?
Yeah.
When was this?
It was right. If you come off the freeway, you would go right to the IKEA, and then if you went left, it was there was a nightclub right on the freeway there, and Earl Skakel and a bunch of guys were there, and this guy just started shooting.
What?
I just come off stage, and I'm like, where do I go? Yeah, it was good. Yeah, it's terrifying. And then one guy had just gotten out of the military, so he started chasing him. I'm like, all right, let him chase him.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. I've been here before, brother. I'll take care of it.
You run into the bullet.
Yeah, man. That's how you stop a bullet from going further. Run towards it, man. It doesn't hurt when you're closer. Yeah, I'm good. I'm going to stay on stage.
Yeah.
Ian Bagg, I didn't know you boxed, but I will say this.
Back in the day when I was in shape.
Fucking greatest name of all time.
Right.
If it took off. Ian Bagg? Are you fucking kidding me?
I grew up with it.
Ian Bagg? No, if you were a boxer?
Oh, if I was a boxer? What if you're just a person?
Oh, no, yeah.
Thanks.
Person.
Thanks,
That's okay.
Ian Bagg. Ian Bagg. Yeah. Hands out. Ian Bagg is still. You could be a grocer. It'd be fucking amazing too. I got this. I'm Ian Baggs.
Oh, I throws the S on.
Oh no, you throw that bat. You throw the S on when you're a grocer.
Yeah. I could dabble in porn too.
You could dabble in. Oh my God!
Just a giant sack.
Oh my God! Teabag with Ian Bagg.
Jizzer bag.
Yeah.
You have a cool nickname like Paper or Plastic.
Oh.
Yeah.
Paper or plastic tour.
Yeah.
Ian Paper or Plastic Bag.
Yeah, that sucked, Dre. Don't you ever disrespect our guest ever again.
Thanks for taking me down.
Sorry, Mr. Bag.
I like Mr.
Mr. Bag.
Mr. Bagg.
Or if I was of English, I always wanted to be get knighted so I could be Sir Bag.
Sir Bagg. Sir Bagg. You've always been good to me too. I remember when you had the show.
Shut up.
I remember when you said until today. There was this one show you had at the Comedy Magic Club. And you used to do it. And it was a talk show.
Yeah.
Man, you're so fucking good, man. Let me on. Let him on. Who is he, Joe? What? Go on. Let him on. Whatever.
It was a fake talk show.
Yeah.
And I had Gary Shandling on it.
Yeah,
The
that's
king
amazing.
of the fake talk show on TV, and I was able to get him on my fake talk show. It was just like it was Inception before Inception.
Yes.
Right.
He was a boxing fanatic too.
Fanatic. We used to talk every so often. Yeah.
Dude, that dude knew everything about boxing.
Yeah.
I was like, I had no idea. I got to work with him too before he passed, and I was just like, man, that was the best moment ever.
Wow.
Gary Shandling, amazing. If you ever see the documentary, make sure you watch the documentary. I had no idea that guy worked that hard.
He worked so hard, and end, in the documentary, I watched it because that's how he used to treat me. Sometimes he pretended I existed, and sometimes he didn't. Like sometimes he made me feel like I was going to be a star, and then other times he made me feel like I should take soda off the table. And I loved him.
Ian Bagg, go to his website, ianbagg.com, and of course Twitter, Ian Baggs, Instagram, Ian Bagg. That's Kalen right there.
Sorry, I forgot to run in the new one.
And that's Chris Loxamana over there.
Hey guys, what's happening?
Loxy.
Yeah,
Chris got a haircut.
they rarely fuck up, man. They really do. But when they do,
Colossal.
they fucking avalanche of fuck up, man. So this is just the start.
This is
the pebble. Wait till the end. It's coming. Holy fuck, man. Here he comes. Look at this. God damn it.
Here's the
You remember this
explanation.
outfit in Thunderdome?
Chain link, chainmail sweater.
I'm just joking, Kalen. Oh, jeez. He's
chain
mad.
mail
Just got in from the S&M club.
Yeah.
trying to puts on some track pants and his chainmail sweater.
God. Kalen, we're just joking, man.
All right, I got you.
I'm not. I hope you
You ever-
went to an S&M club.
I love that sweater.
I love it too. You ever look at a sweater and go, man, that looks like it itches. What is that? Camel?
How bloody are his nipples right
Oh, just chafed.
now? Sorry, bud.
We're just joking.
Yeah,
Well,
okay.
Kalen, we're sorry. God damn it. Now I feel
Just
bad.
throwing away that sweater later on
Yeah.
with REM in the background. Everybody
Time. The bad thing is it doesn't burn. Just the fire just stays in one spot. God, what is that thing made out of? I'm
It's
joking.
like trying to burn a
Kalen-
LeBron sweater.
Yeah,
It just won't burn.
it's bronze. Was that sweater bronze? Oh, you took it off.
Yo, that
took it
shirt
off.
though.
That's an amazing shirt.
That's
That is a
dope.
great
That's
shirt.
dope.
I
Kalen,
forgive myself.
Ian, we always tease Kalen because every day is laundry day for Kalen.
Oh, good for
So,
him. I'm that way.
yeah, are you really? So you're just a comfortable guy.
Yeah, I just will put on what's on the floor.
That's my kind of guy. Yeah.
Everything's around you.
My wife is, why are your clothes not in the dressers we bought? And I because I can't find them. I can find them in the spare room on the floor. If my dog is sleeping on one, that means it is that day to wear that shirt.
Yeah. My dog picks out my outfits.
Do you go for immediate reach stuff, or do you look around a little bit on the
I look
floor?
around.
Oh,
Yeah?
he looks around. He looks around. He can't.
Everything's
He
scattered.
strolls around with a cup of coffee. Oh, plaid. Of course. Thank you. He pets his dog. I love plaid. Oh, shit. That's great. Now go sit on some socks for Dad. Which socks should I wear?
Find me some shoes.
Find me some shoes.
Ah, half chewed.
Exposed toe. Good boy. You're going to be at the Gotham Comedy Club in New York, February 28th through March 2nd. I love Gotham.
So good.
What is your favorite club in New York?
I love the Cellar. I started at the comic strip, but
Wait, you started stand-up in New
I
York?
started in Vancouver, but only after a couple months I ended up in New York. So,
Really?
Yeah.
You went from far west to
yeah.
extreme east?
Yeah. I honest to God, I am oblivious to what show business was supposed to be. And I just showed up in Vancouver, did an open mic night, went to Montreal, ended up on a stage because I just traveled with my friend.
Yeah.
And then moved to New York. Just
Oh, so you went to
Montreal.
got you.
I was there for the weekend.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I'm just going to go to New York now.
And what, you met some friends there that lived in New York? And you're like, fuck it, I'll go.
I met Lucian Hold, who owned the comic strip, and he said, if you come down, I'll put you on stage. And I thought, oh, that must mean right away. So I just went down there and started living in a youth hostel.
What?
Yeah.
Fucking Ian, you just brought the house down right now, man. That's balls to the walls right there.
I didn't even know where I was going to live. I was on a train. I get off. As we're pulling into New York, I'm like looking around. I'm like, oh, this may have been a mistake.
Yeah.
and then as I get off the train, there's a piece of paper. Honest to God, this is true. And it says youth hostel, $14 a day. And I lived there for 48 days.
What?
Yeah.
What year was this?
95.
That was New York, like real New York.
Yeah, it was good. Yeah,
Yeah.
They had peep shows there. They still had peep shows.
Oh, was Times Square still shitty around that time? It was?
Yeah.
It was so bad?
Oh, so bad. Because I tried to get to the Intrepid Museum, which was on the other side of Times Square.
Yeah.
Didn't make it 14 times in a row because I spent all my money in Times Square.
Peep shows?
Yeah.
It didn't start cleaning up until Disney. They always say when Disney came, that's when it cleaned up. Well,
Well,
right around,
that was about the time like Rudy was in charge then.
okay.
So,
So
yeah.
when did it start cleaning up? Right
I would
around
say
96,
96,
97? So it was still, right around 95, it was still that Times Square that you saw in old 70s
Yes,
movies.
yes. And then 2000,
Just looked
2001 is
dangerous.
when it completely changed.
It was done.
Yeah,
It
it was
became
done,
a place to visit.
Yeah, like peep shows, places. It became comedy clubs like Laugh Factory.
Laugh Factory, that's right. I used
Yeah.
to go up and they still had the mini mirrors. Any restaurant with mini mirrors used to be a strip club. You know, the little tiny square
Yeah,
mirrors
yeah.
on top of other square mirrors? That's a strip club.
Yep.
That's I remember performing on that stage, and I'm like, this is a low ceiling.
Why is the crowd behind those machines that the windows go up? $1.
Yeah. Why am I performing for the people that were in that movie Taken? Are they bidding? Are they bidding on me right now?
That's fun. Did you just watch that on HBO too?
I did.
I just seen it the other day and I was like, it should be called Instantly because it happens immediately.
Immediately.
I'm like, they didn't even pee when they got off the plane and they were
Nope.
kidnapped. I'm
Yeah.
like, wow, that is quick.
That was quick.
That is not selling Paris to me.
No, I'm not going. And why do I feel like I was going to get kidnapped? Like I'm scared to go.
Why do I feel beautiful? What do I wear?
Look, could you see Ian and I coming off the plane and just some guy goes, "Hey, you want to see party?"
Fuck it.
All right.
Yeah, that sounds like fun.
We'd be asked to leave. We'd totally be asked to leave. They'd put us in rehab and get us off heroin. Get us out of there.
That's crazy, Ian. You just decided. So you went from Vancouver is when you started, right?
Yep.
So that's where you went up and you did a couple open mics, right? And then all of a sudden they were like, "Hey, we're going over to Montreal
Yeah.
for the festival," which you already knew because that's huge in Vancouver. That's huge in Canada.
But at that time, I didn't really know.
Oh, you didn't?
Yeah, I didn't. I was like, I was from a little Indian village in northern Canada, and I moved to Vancouver, and I wanted to do stand up. Took me a couple years to finally get it up, and then it went. I'd been doing comedy for about 6 months before this happened.
Wow.
I used to jump in guys' cars, drive 5 hours to do 2 minutes on their set. You know.
Wow,
Yeah,
bro.
So I was just like, okay, we're going to Montreal. I'm like, okay, I got $400. Let's go to Montreal.
And who'd you room with out there?
A guy named Craig Campbell.
Wow,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah, and he ended
Was
up in
he
England.
showcasing or why was he out there?
He was on all sorts of shows at that. There wasn't even New Faces at that time. It was just he was doing a gala and some other things.
Oh, so he was in.
He was in, and I was just like sleeping on his floor.
Dude, that's so cool, man.
Yeah, it was fun.
That is so cool. That's cool. That's like JFL at its prime. Like,
Yeah,
not prime, but like when it's that's
Yeah.
that's when you get those $1 million deals back in those days,
Yeah.
man. You had 5 minutes and then NBC was like, "We're gonna give you $1 million. Don't talk to anybody else." Like deals were made then.
Right.
You know those stories, right, Chase?
Yeah.
And that's that's that time. Like I remember when I finally got in, when I finally moved to LA and like I was trying to get into Montreal and everyone was like, "Man, you just missed it."
That's so funny.
Like just crushing my dreams. Like, man, you just missed it, man.
The holding deal was actually. Can you hold on?
Yeah. That was a
yeah.
holding deal. Yeah, we got to hold it. Just hold on. Wait right there.
Yeah.
We'll talk to you in a couple minutes. But back in the day is when you heard those stories, like just signing checks.
And
Left
shows
and right.
coming out of it. Now they're like, can you edit as well?
Yeah. Do you have your own camera?
Yeah. It's bizarre.
It's true.
It's like, I thought you guys were the network. Yeah, but we're going to need some money from you.
We're going to need money from you. If you want us to invest, you need to invest first. So how are we going to do this? We're going to go dollar for dollar. What do you want to do, buddy? I mean, we love your story. Just don't want to put any money behind it. Do you have a built-in audience? How many Facebook followers do you have? How about this? For every follower you have, we'll give you 50 cents.
It's so true.
It's so true, man. That's how it is
We're
now.
laughing and crying.
We are. I always miss this, but I also like the days now, dude. I really do love stand up where it is now. I love what we can do now. I love these pods. I love Instagram. I love Twitter. I love how we can promote ourselves. Bro, 95 when he went to Montreal, that literally was like, that's like getting dropped off in the jungles of Africa and just like find the ocean.
I remember.
Like it's like, what do? You go to New York. What do I do? Like now, if you become a comedian, they drop you off in New York. You can grab a show real quick. You can get an audience real quick. If you have an established audience or some shit, Twitter, your social media, you're good.
There's so much information out there. You can map out your plan before you get there.
Imagine going to New York City in 1995 from Vancouver, and I want to be a comedian.
Yeah.
Go fuck yourself. I'm surprised you weren't blowing some guy 13 days in. Oh, he did. That's the other part of the story. We didn't get to part 2 yet. Let me tell you where I got the name Bagg. But it was hard, right? Like,
oh, dude, the shows they used to give me the check spot. So the show was Ray Romano, Dave Attell, Dave Chappelle, Colin Quinn. These guys named Red Johnny and the Round Guy. It was just Jeff Ross, monster. It was just monsters.
Yeah.
And then this idiot from Canada goes on during the check spot, and I was like, we don't give a shit.
Yeah.
So I learned how to get
Check
money
spot
quick.
Check spot New York. What 2? Like what? Because there's so many spots.
It's number. So if it's a short show, it's like number 4, and number 5 is the headliner. So they don't have to deal with the bills being paid. You have to deal with the bills being paid.
And they don't know you. You're
No,
dead.
they don't know.
Dead fish in the water.
That's great.
Dead man walking.
I don't.
Hey, who's that kid? Some asshole from Vancouver.
I remember.
Let him go up now. Drop all the checks and clean the fucking tables. Ray Romano's here.
Yeah.
This guy just spent all his money at a peep show in Times Square.
The show that I remember the most was I've been there maybe 5 days, and somebody said, "Oh, I'll put you on at the Boston Comedy Club. You're really funny." And I didn't know it was an all black club at the time. So
He apologizes to Dre.
I have no idea.
But it was the first time I'd ever done an all black club, and I was
Yeah.
just like, and this guy said to me, "You're gonna die, white boy," as I was going on
said
stage.
that?
And I remember going, "What the fuck? I'm here to do comedy, not
Yeah.
fight." So I just remember turning my beer bottle on. I held my beer bottle like.
Did
this
you
the whole
really?
time. Yeah. And I was just like, it was fine. And then I remember going on like doing it like every time because it's such a fun time. But I was just like, "What's going on?
Yeah.
Why are we segregating for comedy?"
That's how it was, though, back then.
Yeah.
I will agree with Ian on that one, man. It was like a segregation in comedy. It was.
Yeah.
It really was. It was like the white rooms were fucking Thursday through Sunday, man. And then all the theme nights were on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And you usually got black. Black night was on like a, Sunday or a Monday. Latino night was on a fucking refried Tuesdays or something. It was always a Taco Tuesdays. And then, I'm not making this up. Asian invasion on Wednesday. It was so fucking racist. Karate Wednesdays. Get kicked in the face with some Asians and their comedy nunchucks. Not making this up, dude. When I first started stand up, man, I remember it was like 90. I started in 89, and then I got on like the theme shows. 1995, 96. I was doing the Black College Comedy Tour. Black College Comedy Tour, and the contracts would come on my mom's fax machine, right? So a fax machine would come up, and then he had clip art. On the corner like this, it was a black court gesture, a black guy.
Oh, nice.
Clip art.
Yeah.
And it was just like hey. And it said Black College Comedy Tour. And I was the other race. Did I tell you guys this story yet?
Yeah.
Oh, I did? Oh, okay. So like I did. Yeah. So basically, Ian, this is what they would do. Because they had to have diversity at these colleges, so you couldn't just you couldn't book all black. It had to be like a black headliner and then another race,
right?
And I was other.
That's so funny.
So it was like, oh, do you have a Latino comic? Yeah, we got Jo Koy. He's fucking, he's Latino. You got an Asian comic? Yeah. Jo Koy. How about a white guy? Oh, you're going to love Jo Koy.
Joseph Koy.
Yeah, Joseph Koy. Joseph Koyson. And I would get those gigs, man. Best time of my life, man.
And you were excited.
Hell yeah, I was excited.
That's right.
Those shows were rocking, man. Rocking. They were in they'd be in the. I'd open for some more Cedric. It was a fun time, man. JB Smooth.
Tough crowds, though, right?
When I walked out, yeah. When the headliner walked out, it was fucking amazing.
Right.
But man, I had to walk out, and it was just like, fuck. Who?
Yeah.
Who's this?
Why?
Why?
That's my favorite question.
Why?
Why are we doing this?
Why?
Oh, hell no.
This motherfucker better be funny.
This motherfucker better be funny. You know who said that? The guy that booked me. He's on the side of the stage. This motherfucker better be funny. Are you with me? Bro, you sent the contract.
That's the first time he's seen you?
Yeah, it's the first time you ever seen me. What? Man, this internet is crazy. Hate this shit, man.
It was 95, so he's still downloading your picture, so he doesn't know.
Yeah.
He doesn't know what you look like.
Yeah, it's still coming through.
Yeah, all the pixels haven't came through yet.
I ran out of ink on this motherfucker's forehead. This motherfucker better be funny.
That's so funny.
They booked it in a mall, right? In the food court. But the mall was closed. So the mall closes at 6:30, right? It's like on a Sunday or some shit, like it's the weekend. So they rented it from 6:30 to 10. And they would do a comedy show. But it's literally like you could see Charlie's Steakhouse and fucking, I don't know, Panda Express. You could see it. Yeah. Sbarro.
That's where the Funny Bones got their ideas for their clubs, you doing those shows. Because they're all in the mall.
So true. They're all at the mall.
Yeah.
But, I mean, imagine in the food court. It's, the echoey shit. Oh, my God,
People
bro.
cleaning stuff.
Yes. It was the worst gig, man. I remember going up. And then I did this bit where I stuck the microphone in the stool, and I broke the microphone. And it fell off. The whole fucking thing. The whole thing. I went like this. I went, and the crowd was laughing, so I went harder. Oh, complete fucking silence. The guy that booked the show was like, yo, dude, really?
This motherfucker done broke the mic.
This motherfucker broke the mic.
Yo, dude.
The mall's closed. I can't get another microphone. But the guy that booked it, he's so dope. God, I can't believe I don't remember his name. But anyways, he fought for me, man. He was just like, nah, you ain't gonna charge my dude that much money, because he was gonna charge me my whole check. The whole check for the microphone, and then, God, what's his name? And he was like, nah, man, you got this from Radio Shack. Ain't no way you're going to try. You trying to act like this is, he was like, you're trying to act like this is a sure. Yeah. Seriously.
This is a realistic motherfucker.
Yeah. Realistically, he don't owe you that much money, man. You ain't going to do my guy like that, man. But yeah, man. But those are those good stories that you have, man. Those are those, you know what I mean? Doing the hostels and rough, huh?
Did you ever do the comedy show at the youth hostel in Hollywood?
Never.
I have.
You did?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
It was open for like 15 years or something before they closed. Me and Gaffigan used to go do it.
What?
Judah Freelander, we used to all go down there on what's this? It's Hollywood.
It's like on Hollywood Boulevard and like next to the Popeyes chicken around there.
Yeah.
Ooh, that already sounds good, though.
That's where you go after.
That I call that an incentive.
Is it Popeyes or Churches? Which one is? No,
I think it's Popeyes.
I think it's, I can't remember. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. But it used to be great. There used to be all these European girls. You go in there and make them laugh. That's why we all went there.
Seriously?
Well, you know what? Maybe I went to the resurrected one because I didn't have that. I
didn't have the
all
European
that.
girl?
Not that much, no.
It was crazy.
No dabblers. No dabblers in your spot, huh?
No dabblers. No dabblers.
Do they pay?
They'd give us like $10 or something like that, you know.
Oh my God, man!
Which is more than the Improv.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Back in those. Oh my God! You remember when Jamie would cut you a check, and I would literally go and try and get that check Jamie Masato at the Laugh Factory. I was so broke because he gave you a check. He would pay you. It'd always be in a little shoebox. Remember the shoebox? Is this still there?
Yeah, because every so often I'll go, hey, hello. I'm like every year I'll pick up a bunch of checks and it's in their shoebox.
It's in there.
Yeah.
It's the coolest thing, man. He'll have it. It'll show up. Eventually it'll show up. But sometimes 4 or 5 will be in there like, what?
Yeah.
I'll take those.
I used to love that. Or just like, you hadn't done shows in weeks and there'd be like 10 checks and they're like, I don't know if Ian Edwards did a lot of shows.
Yeah. I'll take these as well. Get those checks, man.
Bro.
Those are the best times. That's how they paid us, bro. They still do it that way. I think that is the one thing about comedy. It still holds this. It's still the same, man. $15 and a free plate of fries. What? I'll take it, sir.
They try to make you feel good about giving you like a sandwich.
Yeah.
Give you a sandwich.
Yeah.
Come down here early. We'll give you a sandwich.
Yeah, you want a sandwich?
I'm like, nah, man.
You ever play the Comedy Union?
Yes.
Ends. I love Ends. He's my favorite.
I haven't been in there in years.
Oh, you haven't? I love Ends. He's the shit. But he would always have someone, cook a chicken in the back, and you'll hear the fryer popping while you're on stage, man. And you're on stage going, I want that chicken.
There's been some great shows. There was a guy that used to do one in Vegas in a backyard.
Yeah.
And like he'd be
In the backyard?
and it'd be like 200 people in the backyard.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Damn.
You can go up anywhere. That's why if anyone says, I don't know what to do, like, do anything.
Yeah.
This fucking Ian did it at a hostel, and then he went to a backyard in Vegas and performed. And then he got in a car and went to Montreal, and then decided to live in New York. Are you fucking kidding me? You're trying to figure out how to make it in this business? Go fuck yourself.
Which is kind of the internet, what you were just talking about, the Instagram and stuff like that. It makes it seem like you're supposed to start at a certain level.
Yeah.
But no, you're supposed to start anywhere.
Yeah, anywhere. Anywhere. I did a show for Sandy Hackett. Did I tell you this story? Buddy Hackett's son. It's not even Buddy Hackett. It's Sandy Hackett.
I don't think so.
And Sandy's probably listening right now. I love you, Sandy. He gave me, but let me tell you how Sandy paid me one time, man. I had to do this fundraiser, like a Jewish fundraiser. I forgot. There was a bunch of rabbis in there. And he was like, hey, man, please keep it clean. I was like, hey, no fucking problem. And literally I sat, it was an 8-person booth. The 8-person booth, and they put plywood on top of it. The 8-person booth, and he put plywood. It was in the corner, so he put plywood on top of it, and then he put like some kind of like tarp or some shit over it so it looked fancy. And then he put a microphone, but the microphone was hooked up to those old school karaoke machines with the tape deck. Remember the tape deck?
Yeah.
And then the work light that you would hang, that had the hanger hook that you would hang on a car when you're working on it at night. That he had that,
Hilarious.
but it was on the floor. And
the light with the cage over it?
Yeah.
The light bulb with the,
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
it shot up towards my face.
Bad lighting.
Bad lighting. that only creates scary ghost face.
Like your nose has that shadow that goes
Yeah, that goes up to your forehead. Dark eye sockets.
Yeah.
It's like you're in an interrogation.
Yeah. And this is what he says to me. He's like, hey, man, I'm not going to pay you, but these people are paying $400 a plate for entertainment because it's a donation. They're all donating. So I'm going to give you 2 plates of food. So actually, that's $800 if you really think about it.
Oh my God.
Swear to God. Swear to God.
But you can't eat here because
That's
you're not
Yeah,
Jewish.
don't eat here. Yeah, go eat in the kitchen with the rest of the schmucks.
That's game right there, buddy.
$800 worth of food. He goes, it's $400. I mean, I'll give those to you for free.
Hilarious.
Do 20 minutes. I'll do 5. You do the work.
Do you remember? Do you remember what the food was?
I don't. I don't. But
I can tell you what
was
it was.
it $400?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Ian goes, I can tell you what it wasn't.
Exactly.
I can tell you this much. It didn't pay my rent.
There's a guy in Canada, Chris Finn, and he used to end his set with, "You guys have been rent."
You guys have been rent.
I used to laugh so hard. I'm like, oh God.
So you grew up in Vancouver.
Terrace, British Columbia, which is north of Vancouver.
Do you go back to Vancouver?
I go back to Vancouver once a year to the Comedy Mix and do a weekend there and have a lot of fun.
Do you?
And I also do a fundraiser. Maybe I can get you to come with me one day to my hometown.
Yes.
We do it every October. We go do a fundraiser.
Really?
The food is $400 a plate.
I'll take it.
Are you ready to make $1,200?
Give me one plate to go. That's $1,200. I don't pay any of my other comics that way. Consider yourself lucky and keep this between us, kid. I'm in the green room. Hey, did he give you an extra plate? No. Go see Ian Bagg in Vancouver March 7th at the Comedy Mix. March 7th through the 9th, and then Kansas City Improv March 15th and 16th. 2 nights. Like I said, go to ianbagg.com. It's spelled with 2 G's. IANBAGG.com. Dude, the Kansas City Improv, I haven't been there in years. It used to be a movie theater. That was one of my favorite. Bro, one of my favorite. I love those old rooms where they were just like, yeah, we'll build an improv here. Renovation, just get better seats. They would just change the seats out, but it's still a fucking movie screen behind you. You would walk from the green room. You already know how big a movie theater stage is, right? So imagine a comedy room where you come out of the green room and you got to walk across the movie screen stage to get to the microphone. It's a 5-minute walk.
Wrong night for clogs.
Wrong night for clogs. Is that a horse? I don't know what it's like now, though. I bet you it's. I haven't been to the.
It's just a little club. I think it's
really
like a 250-seater or something like that. Yeah,
dude, I love all those rooms, man. I love all those Midwest rooms, man.
I don't care where it is. I love to go do comedy, so I don't care.
You don't give a shit, huh?
I love it. So I get down stage. That's what I like.
You do, though. That's the thing, man. That's what I love about Ian, you guys. If you ever go see Ian, you'll see. Well, one, you can watch them all. If there's 4 shows that week or 5 shows, go to all 5 because it's going to be 5 different shows. Yeah, he'll have his stuff that he throws in the middle. Guarantee he'll about 30 minutes of shit off the top of his head. That's what I love about Ian Bagg, and that's what you call a fucking comedic genius. I love fucking ad-libbing. I do. Like, if you're gonna test your chops, bro, go up and fucking test your chops. I don't do that autopilot shit, man. I don't do the whole routine and just go on and off, man. I want to riff. I would rather go 20 minutes and then when I get off stage and go, at least I got that one joke that hit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I got that one joke I was working on and it worked.
Yeah, that's how it works, man.
That's how it works, man. People think that it just... I don't understand when people tweet this out, Ian. And I know you get this all the time. We all do. But is it going to be the same?
Yeah.
Is it going to be the same?
Yeah.
Yeah, there will be some same jokes because it takes a long time to write a fucking joke.
Right.
We don't write an hour's worth of material that night. But is it going to be the same? No, because I will go into the audience. I will ad-lib, blah, blah, blah. But I don't need to explain that to you.
Right. It'll be different because the crowd's different.
Yes.
It'll always have its own energy.
Yeah, its own energy, and there's going to be some stuff that I've never said before, and I will never, ever say again because it only happened that night. But yes, there will be some same jokes.
Absolutely. Bon Jovi plays.
Yeah.
You're a bad day.
Right? Yeah. Are you kidding
Shut up,
me?
lady. I'm going to chugga, chugga, chugga.
Is it going to be the same? Is it going to be the same? Do you say that when you go see the Eagles? Are you going to do that fucking California song again? Boring.
Do the other one.
Do the other ones that no one's heard.
The B-sides. What the fuck is going on here?
Come on.
Do the ones that didn't work.
Yeah, we want. Can you do the one that didn't work tour? Fuck. What is your worst story, Ben? Just give me one. Did you? I don't even think you have. I don't even think you have.
No, I love that. Give me one.
Give me
I know
one.
you've got a lot.
Give me what I meant by worst is like that one heckler that just like you couldn't shut down. But the thing is, I know Ian did. I know you did.
I very rarely. I don't find there's a lot of hate in comedy. Every so often there's hate. But the one time I remember when I was starting out, I was doing a show in a small town, and I had read a story about a retaining wall falling on a lady that week. And I was like, well, this is just interesting. I read it, and I was like, read it, and this is before Dateline and all that. And I'm like, this is murder. This is absolutely murder.
That drywall killed that woman.
A retaining wall just doesn't fall. Somebody's
Oh, a retaining wall.
I'm just
That's like 6 feet underground.
Yeah. So I'm just like, I'm like, that's murder. So I go on stage that night, and I'm like, hey, I read a story about a retaining wall falling on a lady. That's murder. And I just hear a scream from the back of the room. That's my sister. And everybody's just losing. They're just like losing. They're just like chasing me around like with fire and stuff like that. And I'm like, it just happened 3 days ago. Why would you go to a comedy show? That sounds like, if that hurts you that much, that can't. I mean, it just didn't. None of it made sense. But
none of it made sense.
I think she murdered her.
Yeah.
Right? I couldn't follow it. I ended up. I remember 6 months later, I read an article, and it had her husband was arrested for murder. And I just remember I got to go back to that town so I can
redeem yourself. And you chased me out of the town.
All I could think was, what if there had been a cop in that room that night? He's like, that's a good point. I started investigating, and it's because of me.
And he took all the credit. He does the whole thing where he puts the top of the pen on his tongue. And that's a really good point. I didn't even think I overread retaining. I didn't even see that part. Yeah, that takes a lot of effort to push that on top of somebody.
Come on.
He goes to the station. How'd you think of that? Call it a hunch.
Yeah. He doesn't give me any. No, he doesn't give me any credit. But when they ask him, he goes, "Let's put this case in the bag." Motherfucker.
I do know if he said this. How is the comedy show you seen this weekend? Oh, shit. The comedy show was shit, but I solved a crime.
Yeah, but I solved a crime, goddammit. A retaining wall fell on a woman. That's good, bro.
But I remember just the noise of this lady. No! That's my sister! And I'm just like, are you fucking serious?
What are you doing here?
Why are you here?
That's not even a real yell.
Yeah.
That's my sister. Bitch, you're here 3 days after she died? Are you kidding me?
It's like, we got to get out.
Yeah. Need to lighten the mood. Let's go to a comedy show.
There's only one thing we can do to make this woman happy, and that's kill that guy on stage.
Yeah, that was basically what was going on. Eye for an eye.
Eye for an eye. I didn't even take her eye. Who gives a fuck?
I don't even garden.
So, but how old were you when you started? 95 is what? How old were you?
I was 20.
Wow, Ian.
So what year is it? I can tell what year is it?
It's 2019.
So how old am I?
I am.
You're 45.
This is tough.
No, okay, so I got the wrong. I'm 48.
You're 48.
So, yeah.
So when did you start?
So 23.
23. That's badass, bro.
Yeah. When did you start? How old were you?
I was 18. I would lie.
Were you in college?
No, I pretended. I was going to UNLV. I don't know what that was all about. I couldn't even get in. I was going to this thing called Clark County Community College.
Isn't that a jail?
Yeah.
I thought so.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't have 3-letter C's and call yourself a college.
Yeah. It's a
Clark County Community College. That's a correctional center. Yeah.
For sure.
That's a correctional center for sure. That's
He just realized he's got a I've got a...
Yeah. Why is everyone wearing jumpsuits?
What are these bars
That's our team colors.
Yeah.
Team colors.
Hey, do these credits transfer? You got to get out of jail first, man. That's when I started, man. I remember the first, it wasn't even a club. I got into, it was a night, it's not a nightclub. It was a bar. And I remember that's where I met Geechee Guy. Do you know Geechee Guy?
Yeah.
Really?
He was big in the 80s.
He was so good, man.
So funny, so dry, so...
And he would crush.
Yeah.
Geechee Guy, and then Vic Dunlop. Remember Vic Dunlop? He had the crazy eye. He had the googly eyes. And then what's his name?
What bar were they doing?
And then Bruce Baby Man Bomb. Do you remember Bruce Baby Man Bomb? He kind of looked like overweight Gallagher.
I've seen his pictures in clubs.
Uh-huh. Yeah. And I opened for them. I still have that picture. I should frame it. But that was my first, big night.
That's awesome.
And they all were like, hey, kid, you're funny. You should go to L.A. and work on your routine and then come back. That's what they said to me.
That's interesting that they sent you away.
Well, but you got to remember, Vegas was a there were no comedy clubs at that time. I don't even think there were even coffee houses at that time. It was very like old school Vegas in '89. Steve, the Mirage wasn't even up yet. We still had the Stardust and Dunes. It was really like, and that show was in downtown Las Vegas at some bar, and it was so funny because right after that, they like all the comedy clubs were like, you can't do that. You know what I mean? You guys, they told all the comics you can't do that room, so they shut that down real fast.
Well, that's shitty.
Yeah, it was real shitty. You know what I mean? Because what they were doing is they were performing, then they were going there to get some extra cash. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And they were like, "No, if you're here, you got to stay here." So that's how that shut down. But I just remember I was just like, I remember watching Geechee Guy, and I was just like, "Yo, this guy's the shit, dude. Who is this? That's how you do stand up right there, man."
Those guys were good.
Yeah, they were old road comics, man.
So good.
And then I started booking my theaters, and then I started putting Geechee Guy on my shows, man.
That's fun.
Yeah. So it was like, oh, I know what to do. And I started renting out theaters. And then I started getting Geechee Guy and all those cats to come do. And that's how I met, I got Ian Edwards and I got, Ian fucking flaked. He didn't come, but I got JB Smooth. Yeah. And then I got JB Smooth. And I just got like a lot of comics from when I got on the Black College Comedy Tour. I met all of them. And then I started getting them to come to do my shows in Vegas. And that's
awesome.
And that's how I got my start. How did you get yours, though? Yours literally was just you went to that club at Comedy Mix?
No, I went to the Punchline. I honestly was working in a gold mine.
This is real?
This is real. I was working in a gold mine. I was an explosives assistant.
What?
And I was setting up blasting patterns all over the gold mine and blowing things up. And
this
stuff
is
like
a
that.
real thing?
Yeah. Yeah.
Is there a gold rush in Vancouver?
Or in Canada? Yeah, in like northern Canada. There was. Yeah. There's a lot of
lots of gold.
Yeah.
What? Wow. I didn't even think that was a real thing. I thought that we were done getting gold.
How do you think people get their earrings?
I thought we were done with gold.
They're still getting new gold.
It was 90s, right? So
I thought like the mining of gold was done.
No, it's still up there. No, it's still up there.
I thought like right now you can only mine like little tiny nuggets and stuff like that.
Is it still going
that's
on?
That's a big thing.
Yeah.
I thought you do more damage to the environment just to get a little bit of gold. Like you have to.
It's up there, man. Like right now, there's a mine up there, and they're flying guys from Toronto, and like a plane loads of guys to run equipment, and then they fly them out. And like there's a shift with air, like 3 shifts going on, and like probably 10 years worth of work and billions of dollars worth of gold coming out of there.
What? How do you even find gold?
You dig
for it.
But I mean, that's like a needle in a haystack. Like.
Yeah. Like, how do you know?
How do you know there's gold in that?
Well,
because there was gold there before.
There's lots of glaciers up there and stuff like that. So that's it's kind of they know that it goes, and then they just do a bunch of test patterns and stuff like that, and they just find. So it's up there, and also diamonds up there too. So
really,
wow,
diamonds I don't give a shit about. Because diamonds, you can make diamonds. I don't give a fuck about diamonds. Diamonds are bullshit to me. There's nothing valuable about diamonds. I keep trying to say this to people. I see people with 1,000 fucking carats on their ring, and I'm like, okay, that's worthless tomorrow. No one's going to buy that from you. It's worthless. Right. You want something with value, buy gold. There's gold. You can't reproduce gold. It's hard to find gold. You got to fly guys from Toronto to get gold.
That's right.
It's like you're not going to find. It's impossible. That's great. You blow shit up. I don't get it, man. I don't fucking get it. So you would blow up the side of a mountain?
Yeah, we were building roads and all sorts of things. Yeah, it was fun. It was crazy. I'd mix all the explosives together. So yeah, I remember hearing stuff about 9/11, how it was an inside job and that they'd put stuff inside the building. I'm like, would anybody smell anything? No. Well, they didn't do anything.
How did you get that job?
Got up one morning, went applying for jobs, and that was one of the places.
This is consistent. This is consistent with Ian. I don't know if you guys are paying attention in your cubicle. Listen to Ian. The motherfucker just wakes up and ends up somewhere.
How did you get that? Show.
Huh?
I wasn't even booked on the show.
He wasn't even booked on the show. I think he was just walking in Burbank.
Standing outside.
Joe. Hey, Joe. I'll do your show.
I started off as just, I was just carrying dynamite from the magazine to the truck so they could deliver it. That's how I started, and I just kept moving up.
That's nuts, bro.
Wow.
Yeah, it was fun.
And then one day you just blew up the side of the mountain, and then one guy had lost his hearing. And you're like, this isn't for me.
Actually, the guy that I work with, the expert, used to say like this every so often: "I put too much in. Get under the truck." I don't know if he was fucking with me or not. Rocks would fly by.
Are you serious? I put too much. Get under the truck. Hide under the gas tank. Bro, that's crazy. And then that was your job.
I made a ton of money.
Really?
Yeah, I was a 20-year-old kid. I made a ton of money. And I just said, I came home one day. I said to my dad, Mom and Dad, I said, I'm moving to Vancouver to become a comedian. And my dad was like,
so you took that gold money and moved to
Vancouver and spent a year just kind of flailing and not trying to figure things out. And then I just like, if I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this.
Wait, Ian, let me backtrack though, because you were blowing up shit, making tons of money. But during that time, were you doing local bars or doing some kind of nothing? You just were watching stand up and you were like, I want to do that.
I knew I wanted to do stand up. But I was so far away from. Everything seems so easy now with the internet. But back then, I want to be a stand-up. We didn't have that entertainment come to our town, so it didn't make sense.
Yeah.
I didn't know anybody that was a stand-up. There was nobody in the town that was in show business, so it didn't. I would say like, well, how does it happen?
Exactly. Right?
To me, it was like an Archie comic. I'd be walking down the street and some guy in a limo drive by. You seem funny. Get in the car. That's how it works. So I was like, I got to go to the city.
Yeah.
So I went to the city, and then it just took me a while to figure it out, to ask questions, and I went to a couple comedy shows, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah, man, that grind is crazy, man. Yeah. And what you just said right there, and I hate keep coming back to me because it's about you.
No, it's about you.
But when you said that part where you go, hey, get in the car, buddy, you seem funny. I swear to God, when I did this contest at this bar on Eastern and Tropicana, it was this competition called Starmania, and I swear to God, in my head, I was going to the game and I was folding shirts. In the back, I was looking at my set. And I was like, when I got to the middle of the set, I went like this. In my head, I was like, I swear to God, someone's gonna grab the phone. Like in my head, I envisioned some guy on the side of the stage going, "You're not gonna believe this kid. He's crushing. You gotta come down here." Like in my head, I thought that's what was gonna happen.
I was even
just like when
cell phones. So they'd be like, "Do you guys have a phone in here?"
Yeah. That's what I envisioned, man. And then I went up stage and I ate my dick on stage, man.
Yeah.
Oh, I
bad.
I had all my jokes written on my hand my first time, and they all sweated off because I was so nervous. So I just didn't press into the fish with my hand.
Did you really?
There's a Chinook salmon going up the Steelhead.
Steelhead is good.
Notice how it's up here. People are like, this guy's an idiot.
That's so cool. And were your parents like into it or no?
Well, my mom's a little bit of a gypsy, so she was born in Australia, and she was a travel nurse, so she's like, just go out and see the world, do what you want.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, she was really cool about it. And my dad was like, all right, whatever you want to do, I don't give a shit.
What did he do?
My dad's a mechanic.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So.
That's cool. When you did the gold mining thing, I don't know why I'm going back to this, but bro, when you blow shit up and you see a gold, I'm envisioning you hiding underneath the truck. And then it blows up, and then a little gold nugget just rolls past your nose. What do you do? Do you stick it in your butthole?
Absolutely. I don't even care if it's fool's gold. I'll still put it in my butt.
Fucking right? Like, how do you monitor that?
Yeah.
No, they don't get to touch it at all when it gets down to a certain point. It's just, it's all the work. It still you don't, very rarely do you see some sort of huge nugget like that. It's all
really,
it's all mixed in, and it's
I'm just thinking of that blood diamond when that dude saw the diamond. Like, this could all end today.
Finally, something to put in my butt.
Yes, finally, the ultimate butt plug. This one pays back.
It's about time I dabbled.
Time to do a little dabbling. So you didn't see the gold. You just blow up shit, and then they brought in the miners.
Yeah, then it was open. I didn't do underground. I did open pit mining, which is completely different. Just stripping. So
wow. When they strip the land like that, do they have to
have to
promise? They have to replenish the land.
Yeah.
So build trees and all that shit.
Yeah, they
put
just,
it back.
They
They don't just rip They don't rip a mountain apart and go, "All right, our job's done." Back.
They used to back in the day.
Really?
Oh, just leave it. Just fuck it.
Go! Take the horses. Go!
Oh man, they're just like, there's more land. Just keep going. Just keep going.
Just ripping mountains to
Yeah,
shreds.
just shredding it up.
That's so funny, man.
We're gonna live forever.
We'll never run out of land. It's endless. Just look straight.
Yeah. Right?
All I see is land. And that land is filled with gold.
Now go get it.
Now go get it. This is the craziest fucking story,
Right?
Ian. From gold miner to jumping on stage to going to a festival that you're not invited to taking the rest of your money from Montreal and going to New York, jerking off at a peep show.
I didn't say I was jerking off.
I added that. Sorry. And then doing it at the Comedy Cellar, right?
Yes. Starting at the comedy, at Comic Strip, and then Comic Cellar.
Is that
and
still there? It is,
Comic
right?
Strip, yeah.
Yeah, it's still there.
It wasn't what it was before.
Really?
Yeah, it used to be. It used to be the place everybody used to go to.
Really?
Because Eddie Murphy started out there. Right?
Yep.
They own. Yeah.
I love that picture, that iconic picture of him there.
Yeah.
I love it.
I remember they used to have a podium, and we all used to just look for places to sit before you went on stage. And I was sitting at the podium one night, and Eddie Murphy came in. And I'm sitting at the podium, so he just thinks I work there. So
Yeah.
he goes, "Is Lucian here?" And I go, "No, he isn't." He goes, "Oh, can you let him know that Eddie dropped by?" And I go, "Okay." And they had these things, these mailing list cards, and I go, "Would you like to be on our mailing?" He just looked at me like, no. If you're gonna tell me, can you tell him Eddie dropped by? I'm gonna add you on the mailing
Yeah,
list.
exactly. I didn't even think of that. Yeah.
I know who you are.
Yeah, I know who you are. Hold on, let me write that. Is that 1D or 2D? What year was this?
98,
98. Was Shrek out yet?
Oh, you know what? No, because I auditioned for Shrek like 6 times. Like I kept going back and kept going back and kept going back because it was supposed to be Farley.
Wait a minute. But I thought it was created by Mike. No? Oh, I thought he created that character.
Well, he created that character, but it was supposed to be Farley at first.
Wow, I didn't know that. Dude, you would have killed Shrek.
It would have been fun.
Your voice is so perfect for Shrek.
Yeah.
Well,
thanks, Mike. Thanks for the fuck over, mister.
how many times did you go in?
Like 4 or 5 times. Like 4 or 5. I was just like, this keeps just getting better and better. And they just kept bringing me back in. And then I'm guessing he was still, because it was pretty much after Farley died. I don't know if Farley had said no before he died or it was because there was a bunch of stuff that he was doing, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah. Because I left in 2001, so I can't remember what year Shrek came out. I really don't.
Yeah. So. He should know.
I should. I don't know what you're Shrek.
Why should he know? Why are you here?
But every time y'all say years, I think of movies. Like I think of the summer blockbusters. Like you said, 97. I'm like Men in Black. You know what I mean? So like you say
he's one of those
you say
guys.
99. I think The Matrix. I just think of these.
What year did the Austin Powers one come out?
Shit. I want to say like 96.
96. Okay.
I don't know.
Because I was playing hockey around that time with Tim Robbins, and I remember we all went to see that movie.
Oh yeah.
So, and he loved it. Yeah.
Did he really?
Yeah.
You played hockey with Tim Robbins.
Yeah.
I can give a fuck about the movie he liked.
Right.
You were playing hockey with Tim Robbins at that point? How did that happen?
Hockey's always been a big thing in my life when I played. So I ended up coaching at Sky Rink, which is Chelsea Piers, and one of the guys that started a league in the afternoons for actors, firemen, police officers, and emergency EMTs.
Yeah.
So the team that they put together had me and Tim Robbins and a couple other actors. The guy that played Michael Vartan, he was on that team, and it was funny because I didn't know he was an actor at all. And I was at the Staples Center once, and I was in one of the agency's booths.
Yeah.
And, boxes, and I was sitting there, and he just started talking to me. And he goes, "Hey, Ian, how you doing?" I'm like, "Good. How you doing?" He goes, "Yeah, pretty good." I go, "What are you up to?" He goes, "Well, I'm in this show called Alias." I'm like, "I didn't know you're an actor." He's like, "Why else would I be in this box? What are you doing in my box?"
This is my agent.
Yeah, I know. He's like, "I'm the one that makes money. You and your stupid stand-up doesn't make him any money." So anyway, but yeah, it was a bunch of us, and yeah, it was fun. So we played with him. But I remember that was about the time he did a movie with Martin Lawrence.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, nothing to lose.
Nothing to lose,
And
bro.
I love that movie.
I think Martin Lawrence lost like his mind about then, and ended up in a coma for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And I remember the movie was coming out, and Tim was like, "It ain't gonna help in box office numbers if he dies, so I hope he lives."
So sensitive.
Doesn't even care. He's in a coma. I know, but I really need this one to hit number one.
I need this money.
I need this one. This is supposed to.
What year he put me in the movie The Cradle Will Rock? Do you know that one?
I don't know that one.
I got to do a scene with Bill Murray. So it was just, that was my first ever acting thing that I got, and he gave it to me.
Wow.
Because I played hockey with him. So,
Oh, really?
yeah. He gave a bunch of us parts just because we played hockey with him.
No shit.
So dope.
Right?
Your first
Hey,
scene was with Bill Murray?
Yeah, Bill Murray.
Hey, Bill, we got this young kid that played goalie. He's going to read these lines here. Let's go. And action.
It was really funny because he brought a bunch of. We had to, of course, read, and he just picked what part he wanted to give us. And one guy didn't act at all, and he called cut in the middle of his scene.
The guy did.
Yeah, the actor. Cut. That's how nice he is. He just give people.
Oh, shit. That's funny.
Who's the guy in Hot Tub Time Machine that wasn't in Hot Tub Time Machine Part 2?
Oh, shit.
John Cusack.
Yeah, his sister was in the.
Joan
was, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Joan and Bill. And I'm just like sitting there. I'm like, well, this is interesting.
Jeez,
That's how you describe John Cusack?
Joan.
No, but like, when you were trying to think of John Cusack, like that guy from Hot Tub Time Machine, that wasn't.
I know. Out of all the John Cusack movies, he picks Hot Tub Time Machine. What an asshole. It's John Cusack.
Yeah, but I don't watch all that other goofy rom-com shit. What movie would you pick?
I'd go Con Air. Say anything. Gross
Say
White Lake.
anything?
Con Air. Con Air. The Academy Award. Yeah, Hot Tub Time. They're equal. They're definitely equal. No, Con Air and Hot Tub Time Machine are definitely equal. Different genres. That's it.
No.
Oh, no. Oh, yeah. Oh, God.
Oh, shit. They're both comedies, asshole.
They're not comedies. They're just both shit. By the way, Hot Tub Time Machine is a classic.
Yeah, great movie.
So is Con Air.
Also, yeah, Con Air.
They are both.
I'm just saying the fact that you judge me.
I'm crying right now. It was so funny. He said Connor. Oh, yeah, Connor. Oh, shit, man. That was funny, dude. I haven't seen Hot Tub Time Machine.
No?
No.
Have you never been on a plane?
Oh, my God. That was
It's on
great.
Virgin America at all times.
What was that actor's name that was in Hot Tub Time Machine 1, but wasn't in part 2? He's got a sister that acts as well. John Cusack? Yes, Joan. You know how many streets you went down just to get the fucking...
Sorry, not all
You
of
went
us.
down so many fucking streets.
Not all of us have the Waze app.
It was like you were playing Taboo with yourself, and there was a bunch of clues you weren't allowed to say. You gave yourself clues. Ooh, don't say anything. Oh, this is tougher.
I don't know if I've ever seen Say Anything.
Are you
What?
serious?
Yeah.
Wait, Say Anything is the one with
Yeah,
the
where he holds the-
bottom.
yeah.
I've seen everybody do a takeoff of it, and I was like, oh, okay.
Wow. You drive me crazy, Ian. High
That was
fidelity?
almost like Jiminy Glick.
Yeah, you like that?
You drive me
Crazy. Dude, I'm telling you, I have the best that voiceover. I can do it. I'm going to do it, man.
I think you definitely should. Definitely should.
He was definitely the actor that was in Hot Tub Time Machine 1, but wasn't in part 2. Has a sister that acts as well.
As well.
Who was that actor?
You could definitely be the one you phone in for movies.
Yes!
For sure.
Press 1.
Press 1 now.
For Joan Cusack.
For Joan Cusack. Which I believe is the wrong way to say her name.
How do you say it?
Ian. It's Cusack!
Cusack?
Cusack?
C-U-S-A-Q.
Is it Cusack?
Cusack.
Oh, it's Cusack. Oh, I said it wrong too. Oh,
Well,
wait, did I say it right?
Johnny's sitting on a bridge judging other people.
This is great, Ian. I love you, man. I love you so much.
We're done. That's
No, we're not.
That's how I feel that ends. You're so great. We don't have any time for more.
I just wanted you to say I love you back, and you did
I
it.
do love you.
Yes.
I'm proud of all your success. You've done so well.
Thank you, bro.
Are you proud of yourself?
Yeah, I don't want it to stop.
Well,
so I
that's,
just keep
that's
going.
a comedian thing right there, right?
Yeah.
You're just terrified at all times.
Yeah.
I just want to, oh no.
You ever go on vacation? Like,
Nope.
Oh, you don't?
No fucking way. If there's not a show at the end of there's got to be a show. There's no vacation.
Wow,
My wife
Ian.
gives me shit about that. Yeah, but
Yeah.
I believe it's all going to stop if you take 1 week off.
I feel that way too, bro. I feel the same way. I got to get up. So you have to go up.
I have to go up.
You can't take a weekend off.
No. I got to work. And I hate my agent because they're like, hey, why don't you just, And I'm like, you fucking book the shit out of me.
Look at the shit.
I didn't get into stand-up not to do it.
Yeah. I didn't get into stand-up to sit down, asshole. Let's go.
Douchey.
Bro, I take a vacation I have to. And I literally will go up. I will find a place to go up. Have to. Went up at a bar one time. I was just like, I can't believe I'm fucking doing it. My heart was racing.
It's heroin, right?
I'm like, I sold the theater down the street from this fucking place. Can you at least turn off the kitchen lights, assholes? And the guy's like, we didn't ask you to come here.
Just in the middle of dinner, you stood up.
Yeah.
Hey, everybody.
How's everybody doing tonight?
Comedy is like heroin, though. I say to people, you're either addicted or you're not.
Yeah.
There's no in between.
There is no in between. I can't live without it. Chase?
Yeah. No, 100%.
100%.
Yeah.
I'd go crazy. I'd be the worst fucking employee at any job.
Can you imagine? I
The
think about
worst.
getting a job every so often. I'm like, can you imagine me trying to figure out how, when, what movie?
Oh, my God.
Like, if I worked at Blockbuster?
One of the greatest video rental places of all time with the greatest name, and I can't believe they're out of business. Seriously.
Yeah.
Blockbuster Video. I can't believe they don't have a Netflix.
They were offered, and then they didn't want to do it.
Oh, they were? Mm-hmm. They were offered a streaming.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
I did not know this.
Same as
I think they were offered Netflix, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Something. I've read that the cab companies were offered that Uber was made for the cab companies. Or Lyft, one of them was made, and they denied it.
Wow. You fucking idiots.
Yeah.
No, wait, so who offered the Blockbuster? Is it just some
Netflix.
company?
Netflix.
Are you serious? And they said no?
Yeah.
Oh, you fucking idiots. I loved Blockbuster, man. I loved the experience of going
And
to
walking around and
Yes.
yeah, that was it.
And being disappointed it wasn't there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Flipping, I talk about that all the time. You flip that thing, because they had the display. You saw a million Jurassic Parks on the wall. All of them out of stock. Like
How
fuck
little
me.
consolation it was when they go, we can reserve it for you.
Yeah.
You're like, what the fuck, man? I wanted to watch it tonight.
Now.
Looks like I'm going with Con Air.
All we have is this comedy. Con Air.
Hilarious.
Joan Cusack's brother's in it.
Love it.
That's amazing, man. I had no idea. I would not be able to do anything. There's not a job out there that I can do. Nothing. I always sold shoes. That's all I do. When I first started doing stand-up, there was this comic. I'm not going to say his name, but
Can I guess?
No. But he's the one that told me you just missed it. He's the one that said you just missed it.
Really?
Yeah, because he was part of that whole 1987, 86 to like.
Did he have a ton of deals too?
He was getting like writing deals and shit like that. And then even his best friend was getting writing deals left and right. But it was during that time, like 85 to like 91. He was during that time, from Montreal, or 92. And then I remember I started working with him, and he was just like, man, you missed it. This is a bad time to do stand-up. I go, what? He goes, yeah, I mean, I know you love it, but...
Do you believe that, though?
Huh?
I think there's always something.
Well, I think he was just kind of bitter, and he was just... I mean, I think he was being honest. You know what I mean? He was
easier. I think it was easier, but I don't think you missed it.
Who?
Like,
you
know what I'm saying?
Oh, no, we missed it.
You think so?
Because he's talking about those $1 million check deals.
Yeah, but that's like going to a club. Oh, the girls were blowing everybody.
Oh, yeah. No.
I still got to put an effort into.
For sure. Yeah, in no way did he discourage me, but I was just like, I just remember when he said it because he had to get a full-time job. He was like, look, I gotta. Oh, then he was also telling me how all the clubs shut down. He was just like,
yeah, I've heard that.
Yeah, he was like, man, he's like, dude, we used to get 5-6 shows in a week in different cities, man. I'd make like $2-3 grand. You know what I mean? He's like,
yeah. And he was the MC.
He was the MC. Yeah, that's what he said.
Yeah.
He said, oh man, if you were a female, you were fucking rich. You make $1 million on the road if you were a female. He would say all that stuff. And I was just like, what?
What? Why am I not a female?
What the fuck? I can get tits. I can get them now. But yeah, he was telling me those stories. He's like, yeah, man, you feature, you can make $100 grand a year, easy.
Yeah.
Playing rooms everywhere. He goes, man, then they all started shutting down, man. And
none of them saved money.
None of them. No, he didn't save any money. And then he was just like, oh, he'd always say, cable killed it, man. Comedy Central killed it. That's what he would always say. And I was getting discouraged, man. I really was. I was like, fuck.
And then you're like,
it all came back around.
Yeah,
finally came back around, yeah. Started coming back around for me like 98. That's when it was like I started noticing like, ooh, okay. And then
about 2000,
2000, right? That's when
Yeah.
it started picking up for me. And then 2003 is when I finally got the Tonight Show. And then, yeah. And then I was finally able to quit selling shoes. How about you?
2004, I think I did. 2005, I think is when I did the Tonight Show. But I did Conan before that.
Oh, really?
See, Conan is what got me into the country, like as a legal immigrant.
Oh,
so I was living illegally in the youth hostel, and it was I just happened to go on stage before a Conan showcase, and they seen me and they're like, "We want to put you on the show," and I'm like, "Well, guess what? I need work papers," and they're like, "We'll get them for you."
What?
Wow.
So,
And I never left since. Yeah. And then I looked for a woman to marry. That way it was really legal.
I got deported once because my lawyer screwed up my paperwork. Oh, that was awesome. Yeah. So I got a letter in the mail saying, "Can you leave by a certain date?" And I'm like, "This is how you get deported?"
You're giving me the option to leave? I get to pick which day?
You got deported by mail?
Yeah, by mail. I had to send them a copy of my boarding pass to prove that I left. That's what they wanted.
Wow.
I'm like, this is nothing like the TV show.
Yeah.
But he had forgotten to put who was sponsoring me into my paperwork.
Yeah.
So they thought I was just sponsoring myself, and on my immigration, and they're like, that's not how it happens.
No.
So they sent me away. So because I was on a visa for 15 years or something before I got my green card.
Jesus, did not know that.
Wow,
that's crazy. So from 1995, 2004, you get get Conan.
Yeah,
and that's how you get into the country.
95 I got. 96 I got Conan.
Oh wait, you got Conan in 96? Wait, you started in 95?
Maybe it was 97. Maybe yeah. It was no. Whenever it was what got me into it was 95. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
bro, you just started stand-up and you get it?
You know what? I was so green. You know what I was wearing on stage?
What?
I was wearing my best clothes, and that was a pair of shorts, a pair of work boots, and a logging shirt.
I need this footage, and I need it today. Wow.
Yeah,
that's a true story. And you were in a hostel still?
No, I was living. Yeah, I just gotten out of the hostel when I got this. So. And I remember Barry Katz talking to me because he thought it was the most edgy thing ever because I went with this character and it wasn't real. And I'm like, no, dude, this ain't no character. This is fucking me. And I kind of, I'm offended by what you're saying.
Yeah, yeah.
You piece of shit. Yeah. And I did Conan 4 more times and I moved out to LA.
What the fuck, bro? So it happened fast for you.
It happened fast, and then and then it's just I've been at that level ever since.
Stupid.
Stuck.
Are we really getting these numbers right? You started 90. Am I right? Did you say 90?
That's what he said.
Oh, you started in 94. Got Conan in 96.
Yeah.
Wow.
Damn, dude. Holy shit.
Yeah, but I'm honest to God, like just oblivious that I'm not supposed to be doing things.
Yeah.
Like
You
I'm
were
just like,
green
I wanna
and
do
raw.
stand-up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to go to New York. I'm going to do this, and I just go do it.
Yeah.
And then
I'm going to blow up a mountain and look for gold.
Yeah.
I don't know why I gave you that accent, but it was good.
I like it.
It was good, right?
But
That's nuts, bro. Holy shit, man. That's amazing, man. That's fucking amazing. It took me so long to get a talk show. So long. Fucking took me so many years. It took me fucking 14 years, bro. 14 fucking years. But then again, I was also staying in Vegas, but that's no excuse.
I was where they were, though.
Yeah.
I was where they were.
But you made yourself present, and that's dope.
I was where they were, and I was different. So that's why I know why I got the talk shows. And then I'm pretty sure they realized, oh, this is him. So that's why I stopped giving me Conan. so
Hilarious.
Hold on.
I don't know.
So this isn't a character? You really talk like this when you order food at McDonald's?
That is actually dirt on the bottom of your shoes. Yeah, and then when I moved out here, I started doing Craig Ferguson and all those shows.
Yep.
And they never really invited me back to Conan after I started doing those, and then I did. The only show I wanted to do that I never got to do was Letterman.
I know.
I really wanted to do that, and Eddie Brill was running it at that time.
Eddie Brill, dude, that's right. And he passed on me 5 times.
Because I remember sending a set in, and he cleared one joke. I'm like, that's not how it works.
Yeah.
You know? So they just, I don't know.
And it was so weird because you would see Eddie Brill do stand-up because I was in Vegas, and that's how I met Eddie. And you'd see him do stand-up, and then I think I opened for him, and he goes, yeah, send in a tape. And I sent in a tape. He was like, oh, yeah, no. I'm like, okay, cool. I got it, though. I was like, yeah. I mean, I never got it. What I mean is I understood why he passed on me. I was very blue, but then I'm just like, wait a minute, I was crushing in front of you, bro.
Yeah. I was making you hurt.
Yeah, man. I was lighting that stage up, man. I deserve a spot,
You
man.
were not sleeping well after going on. Yeah, it's disappointing, but that's, what are you going to do? I think Letterman was the only one, but I remember doing a set and sending in a Letterman, and he picked one, and he said, send in another set, and I'm like, what the fuck is this guy talking about?
Yeah.
So I sent that tape into the Tonight Show, and they're like, yeah, come on on this date. And I'm like,
Which one?
Bob and Ross. So
The best, right?
Yeah, the best.
Those two are the
but
best.
As soon as they said that, I'm like, this guy's out of his mind. The other guy's out of his mind. These guys want you to be him. No, these guys want you to be you, and he wants you to be something he's creating. And I'm just like, no.
Yeah.
That's not what I got into stand-up for.
No.
Otherwise, I could work a day job.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, and that can mold me.
Yeah.
I'm not going to let you mold me. Bob and Ross were the best.
So good.
Yeah.
I think Ross just got it. Isn't he booking another show now? I think
they're both booking still.
Not together, right?
Not together, though.
Yeah.
But, man, they were so good, man. They were so nice.
So
that was
nice.
one of the best moments of my life. Coming off of New Faces, JFL, and I walk off stage, and both of them, Bob and Ross, walk up to me and go, you got the Tonight Show.
Wow.
See, that's your phone call. You got to see this kid.
Yeah, that's right.
Right?
I didn't even think of that. That's right. That was. I got off stage, and literally, they came up on the side of the stage, and they were like, you got the Tonight Show, and we're going to call you, and we're going to get you the best time. So just hold on tight. Don't do any other talk shows. Don't send in that tape to anybody. We want you. Man, best day of my life. That's when it was. That's
Jay,
when
we found him. We found him, Jay.
Yeah, we found him, Jay. Yeah. All right. You got a Jay story? I got one. Can I tell you my Jay story?
Yeah.
All right. So I'm backstage and I'm doing my my bullet points, and he's like, yeah, just stick to the bullet points. I'll bring you up, and if you curse, don't worry about it. Just you look at me, I'll stop everything, and then we'll redo it. That's the power of editing. You know what I mean? You can do it again, and then just don't curse. That's all. But if you curse, don't worry about it. Okay? It's like, oh, thanks, Jay. Yeah, no problem. Then he walks off, right? And he gets into the middle of the hallway, and he goes, "Hey, Joe." I go, "Yeah." He goes, Don't curse.
Had he seen you someplace?
No, he was fucking with me the whole time.
Okay, because wow.
And I remember everyone kept telling me, "Don't curse, don't curse, don't curse. Like whatever you do, don't curse." I was like, "I promise, I won't curse, I won't curse." And then he comes in, he's like, "Yeah, if you curse, don't worry about it. With editing, we can start it over. We'll retake. I'll bring you back out. I'll bring you back out. Everything curse. That's the thing about cursing. It's a slip of the tongue. I get it your first time. Don't worry about it. All right, thanks, Jay. Yeah, no problem, man. Have a good time. That's what it's all about. Have a good time. Just enjoy the moment you're on the Tonight Show. I remember when I was on the Tonight Show, man, I was scared about cursing. Don't worry about that, man. Just have fun. Don't worry about it. Oh, thank you, Jay. No problem. Walks down the hallway. Joe, don't curse. And I'm literally like, fuck. Because I was all like, that conversation, I felt so good.
Put
I was
you
like,
at ease, right?
Oh, thank you, Jesus.
Yeah.
And then he said that. I'm like, oh, fuck me. Now I'm more nervous than what I was before he came into the fucking room.
He kind of did that to me, but he came in and he goes, "Hey, just have a good time out there. And, if it goes well, it goes well. If it doesn't, it's okay."
Okay.
But that's okay. Everything's fine. I'm like, you can say that.
Yeah.
You've got a job.
Yeah.
You've got a show.
Who?
Yeah. Hey, I go outside and turn some wrenches, and I'll be back in.
How many did you do with him?
I did 3 with him, I think.
Yeah, you did a lot, huh?
I didn't do.
You did a lot with Craig, and you did a lot with.
I did the other one. I did. Yeah, it was Craig. I did like right off the bat. I did 3. Like, within 6 months, I was like, "Wow, this is." And then I didn't do any more. I think.
Really?
Yeah.
And
because
then
remember they switched it where they'd just tape a bunch of comedians.
Yeah.
And they'd pick who they wanted.
Yeah.
Do you remember that? I'm like, I'm not going. I'll audition for you, but I'm not going to audition tape.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I'm not going to give this stuff away.
Yeah.
But yeah, you were on that a lot. I remember you were just always on it. And then me, I just got it the one time. I didn't want to do it again, though. I was just like, I don't want to do this anymore. That's a lot. That's a lot.
Stressful.
It's stressful.
Especially for your style and my style, which flows.
Yeah.
Some guys just they're able to put those short sets together, and it's kind of what they do on stage. But ours is kind of loose.
Yeah, it's loose. They're stories.
Yes, and we talk to the crowd, and
yeah.
We pretend they're there.
Yeah. We do though, man. Just editing. What did you do to edit your? What was your process for TV? Were you going up a lot and just sticking to a 5-minute set?
And I was also my questions that I'd ask the crowd, I'd ask myself.
Oh, so you were still doing? Oh, so you eliminate the crowd. You would eliminate the crowd banter by just doing it yourself by giving you the question.
Yeah.
Fucking good move, man.
But I don't know. I'd love to maybe do another talk show at some point, but I don't know. It just seems like it's just a waste.
Yeah.
I mean, wasting material on something else you could do to see people.
Yeah.
But then I look at when I did Last Comic Standing, I got in front of a bunch of people that watch TV between 8 and 10 on NBC that don't watch anywhere else.
Yeah.
So I met a bunch of new people to my,
Oh, okay.
So I just don't know. I just don't know what you should say yes to and what you should say no to.
I know.
And some people say yes to everything, but I don't believe that.
I don't believe it either. I don't. It's so stressful, man.
Yeah.
I went through a lot for that Corden set. I was just like, oh my God. Mm-hmm. I went up everywhere, man. Just trying to do 5 minutes and be disciplined about it.
Yeah.
And literally say goodnight, even though it didn't land right.
Right.
That's the part that crushes you.
Having the confidence to walk away.
Walk away.
There's some guys that can do it, and you're just like, wow, they look like they just fucking destroyed, and I don't think they were anywhere near.
Yeah. And you got to have that confidence of like, I just killed, and you're fucking lying.
I think you're more like me. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I tried my hardest. I'm sorry.
That's all the time I got, and I'm so sorry about this. Okay, you guys have problems. If you come tomorrow, everything. Come on, we need the microphone. As they're pulling you away, you still got the microphone.
Just don't swear.
Just don't swear. That's all I'm saying. That's a cool. Man, Ian. I love all these stories, man, that you're telling us. It's fucking amazing. What do you have going on right now aside from just doing the road?
I do the podcast.
Oh, Ian Bagg bought a house.
Yeah. So it's Ian Bagg bought a house, and it's about me buying a house on the Virginia shore, where my wife grew up. And I talked to my friend who's a contractor because we're redoing the whole house. So
wait, is this for real?
Yeah.
So the pod is just one through line until this house is built?
Yep. Well, it's built, but until it's where it is where I want to be. I don't think it'll ever finish, though.
It'll never fucking finish. Never.
Yeah.
It will never. I still have a gray plastic trash can in the middle of my fucking yard. Because that's where they put plywood and shit in and nails.
Yeah.
And it's just there.
Perfect.
No grass. I have plastic tarp on my roof.
Oh.
It has a leak.
You're living like you're in Florida.
Yeah. It never ends, bro.
Well, you should listen to my podcast.
I am now.
It'll teach you how to talk to contractors and get things done that you want to do because he's a contractor and he'll explain to you if you have any questions.
But why are they so consistently
late?
Yes.
Because they're bad at communication.
Oh, they're the worst, though. Mm-hmm. And it's so funny because Adam used to be, he used to do construction. And right when I told him I'm renovating my house, he was like, yeah, okay, well, that'll be the worst 10 years of your life.
Yeah, he's a little angry about it, though.
Yeah?
Yeah. The thing you have to realize is as soon as you start, your budget is not going to be correct.
No, that's for sure.
Your timeline is not going to end or it's not going to start when it's supposed to, and it's not going to end when it's supposed to.
Yeah.
Those are the two things, and if you're right there, you can stay calm. And honest to God, if you get more bees with honey than vinegar, it's the way you have to do it. But you have to be firm, and that's talking to this guy. He explains things. There are things that come from the manufacturer that screw things up. There's all sorts of things. Things show up, they're not the right size. It always puts you back. Back. So.
But why is it when you see another house being built down the street, it's up in 30 days?
Because it's crooked.
It's crooked? Because it's sliding?
It's sliding. That's right. That family isn't having a good time pushing uphill all the time. Trying to go to the shower like this.
Going uphill to take a shower.
Look at the quads on Dad from our new house.
You notice that, though, right?
Oh, yeah,
I've seen a whole apartment complex go up within a year.
Yeah.
Like 30 units.
But look how many guys are working on that building compared to yours.
So what do I just got to hire more people?
You got to pretend you're building an apartment building.
Are you being serious right now?
No, I'm not being serious.
Oh, you.
But
what is it that we can do?
It might be time to get rid of the contract that you have.
I'm not going to say I'm not going to say this is the truth, but why is it that contractors seem so consistently irresponsible?
Yeah, that's the truth. That is their That is their description.
It is our job to go through the ones you want, and if you're only meeting one contractor and you're hiring them, it's your fault.
Yeah.
You got to go through 3 or 5. You got to go through them. You got to learn.
True.
You got to do this. It's not. You wouldn't do it with somebody that took care of your kid. And your house is a living, breathing thing. Believe it or not.
Yeah.
It's part of you. So.
It is. It's you. It's an extension of you. It needs to look and feel like you.
Yeah.
And you need a contractor that understands your vision.
Yeah.
And that's the part that sucks.
Does it help to do like one job at a time? Like you fix the roof, you do that.
Depends. You might find some, but you might find if you want to find a contractor that's going to be good at getting subcontractors. So he's not going to take everything himself and put you late. He's going to be able to. If we need to get the roof done, I know somebody that can do the roof.
Yeah, I got a guy. Yeah. That's where that came from. It was a contractor that started that. I got a guy.
You got a guy.
I got a guy.
Yeah.
Does aluminum siding. He'll be over here tomorrow.
Get ready for a hailstorm.
My house is loud.
Would you agree with never pay the contractor in full up front?
Absolutely.
Absolutely, Andre. That is the worst question ever.
But you'd be surprised how many people do it.
No shit.
I made that mistake.
No, you didn't.
Yeah.
How long did you see him after that? How long was it? He never came back.
Oh, he never came back?
No, they did. It just wasn't
You never got what you
You
wanted.
never got what you want.
And
you never get what you want.
You don't have the leverage now. You just don't have the leverage.
Yeah.
You just,
It's like, well, I can go back out there, but I got to get another can, and it's going to cost this much.
Yeah, I
You
mean,
want me
I
to
already
come back
spent
out
your
there?
money on hookers and cocaine,
On the dabblers,
man.
motherfucker.
Yeah, we've been dabbling, man. We're in Hollywood, bruh. Now you want gutters? I need gutter money, man.
but it's fun. It's fun talking to him, and it also has my sensibilities. You know, it's not all just talking about contracting.
And he's building your house.
He's not building my house. He's my friend that's a contractor that is the main contractor at my house that helps me hire some subcontractors.
That's cool.
Yeah.
And he's good?
He's great. Yeah. He's
Really?
fantastic, yeah. We want to actually talk to Adam. We'd like to. I think it would be a good show for us to come in.
Oh, Adam would be great.
yeah. So
Adam would be great. Dude, I would love to talk to your contractor.
absolutely.
Seriously?
Yeah.
I would love it, man.
Yeah. Absolutely.
You got to see my house. It needs a lot of shit done, and these contractors, I just keep going through them, man. I've fired so many contractors.
I'll hook you up. Yeah, I'll hook you up. He'll talk to you guys. He's a good guy to talk to, and he's knowledgeable, and he's not going to want anything out of you.
Yeah.
So he'll you know.
I got my pool done. We're supposed to wrap, but I got my pool done. I'm just going to give you one contractor story at my house. Got my pool done. Looked beautiful. Everything that I wanted. It was white and everything, right? And I'm swimming, and then my son's like, hey, Dad, the water's getting cloudy. And it was the stuff they painted on the damn pool. So they had to drain the pool. First of all, drain the pool on the mountain. I could cause flooding. It's a mountain. Like the water's just going down these hills. It's a lot of water, you know what I mean, to suck out and drain, right? And then and they had to they took a jackhammer and took out all the stuff that guy did because he put it on wrong, the white stuff. I had to basically buy another pool. That's my story. That's how horrible that was. And there's nothing I can do. You can't. What are you going to sue the guy? Right. He's done. He's gone.
Yeah, he's gone. Yeah,
right.
That's man. This is a good podcast to listen to. Ian Bagg bought a house, and it doesn't mean Ian Bagg bought a house. It means if you're going to buy a house, this is the one to listen to. If you want advice,
it is because I didn't know anything about buying a house, and I bought this house, and I started talking to him, and he's like, "Hey, let's make this into a podcast." So that's what we do it. So let me fuck up everything for you.
Oh, I love that.
Listen to it.
Yeah, it also sounds like even if you have a house, it's the podcast to listen to because there's always stuff to fix.
Because everyone has something to fucking fix at their house,
like you said,
and we don't know how to do it.
It's a living thing. Like you said, it's a living thing. You got to care for. It gets sick. Everything.
Yeah, man.
Even if you're renting, there's stuff that you can do yourself that you don't need to call somebody, and it's easy, and it's just I was actually didn't have any interest in it at all, and since I bought the house, it's turned my kind of like that part of my brain on. So,
that's cool, and of course it's funny as well.
Yeah, it's funny. That's stupid
because it's Ian.
Yeah.
Ian is just always funny. That's what I love about Ian Bagg.
Yay!
You are just funny naturally. You don't have to write shit down. Is it going to be the same? No, bitch. It's not. Fuck. Buy the ticket. Buy all 5 tickets. Go to all 5 shows. He's going to be at the Gotham Comedy Club in New York, February 28th and through March 2nd. And, of course, Comedy Mix in Vancouver, his hometown, March 7th through March 9th. And then Kansas City Improv, March 15th. To March 16th. And I think that's 4 shows, right? 2 a night. Yeah. And go to ianbagg.com. Of course, Ian Bagg on Twitter, Ian Bagg on Instagram. Ian Bagg bought a house. Ian Bagg. I swear to God, one of my favorites, and you've always been one of my favorites. You're just a nice guy in the business, and you are a beast on stage. You're one of those guys that when comics see you on stage go, fuck, Ian's on stage. Get ready.
Nice.
You are, though. Am I right, Chase?
I can barely have these cans in my head. My ego's getting so big.
Yeah, you should. Your ego should get big. These are real compliments. I'm not making these up.
And everybody loves you. And I'm glad you're just fucking taking the city down and putting 2 pools in at a time.
2 pools. If I was a rapper, that would be my name. 2 pools. Look, man, that's how you do it in this fucking business, man. Quit asking questions. You want to do it? Do it. You got a dream? Follow it. I don't care how much money is in your fucking pocket. This guy used to blow up mountains. He used to blow up mountains. He was like, I want to be a comic, and he left. That's how you do it. You want to do something? Do it. Stop asking when, where, how. Just do it. And look where you're at today. I love you, Ian Bagg. Thank you so much for coming on and blessing this pod, man. Chase, Andre.
Thanks for being on time.
Kalen. Fuck you. I take it all back.